Hello YouTube, it is Championdjk coming at you again with another video, and I've got, some things to show you, per usual. So, pretty good week. I actually found something in stores. Well, thanks to my buddy John. My buddy John found the latest set of, 2-pack Auto World Deluxe series. These are Target exclusive items. He stashed a set for me. It's always nice, right? I know you guys probably get annoyed when people stash stuff in stores or whatever, but to me it's like, it's fine, I guess, if the other person comes and picks it up right away. But, like, he knows I was after these, and he stashed them for me, and I just ran to Target right away and scooped them up. So I got version A, the 3 cars that are in version A, the 3 2-packs, I should say, that are in version A, 6 cars, whatever. Don't have the version Bs yet. Hopefully those will hit sometime soon. I was shocked, honestly, to see that these actually made it to my Target, because they are still pretty heavily stocked with the old stuff. So much so that these are still like on kind of clearance. So I got them somewhat cheap too, which is fantastic. But anyway, we got the Pony Power, which is a Ford Mustang and a Camaro. Very cool there. We've got the supercars. Okay. 2016 Viper GTC and a 2013 Corvette Z06. We've got the Modern Muscle, which is the Camaro ZL1 convertible and a Pontiac Firebird. Okay, so that was really cool. Other cool thing that happened is when I went to pick these up, I just, I looked at Johnny Lightning. There was a set on the pegs that I've seen already there, but they were still kind of like jam full, so I thumbed through them, and I found a White Lightning. Look at that. Well, isn't that cool? Debated in my head a lot here. Do I open this thing and keep it, or do I not? Because I don't really collect White Lightnings. What makes it complicated is that I really like this casting from Johnny Lightning, and I think I'm going to try to get every version of it. Now, I'm not going to get every chase, okay? So I am still, I don't know what I'm going to do with this. I think I might actually give it away on Whatnot. So when I do my Whatnot giveaway, I may give this away. That might be what happens. We shall see. Yeah, I'm not sure. We'll see. We're going to look at it in the second segment. We're going to look at it up close. I'm going to look at the White Lightning traits and all that, and then I guess I'll make my decision then. So stay tuned for that. And then I also just picked up this guy. This is another one of those Majorette Jada things. Majorette casting released by Jada. This Pink Slip series. And I got the Challenger Hellcat. So I think I've got all the ones I really want from that first wave. I don't know. Should I pick up the Audi R8 Spider? That's hanging there. I might end up grabbing that for next week. We'll see. I've been kind of just chipping away at these. I think this line has been successful so far in the store. So hopefully we continue to see more Majorette castings. I like that. I mentioned it last episode and, mentioning it again. All right. Then we got an Ultra Red Lowrider. This is from 2022, I think. This is one of the ones I did not have. Still kind of chipping away at these. My buddy Diecast. Yes, he got this one for me. So basically, like, all the Ultra Reds I've gotten in the last couple months have been all from him, because he's just been buying them on eBay for me, and you guys know the story. I hub for him here in the U.S., which is actually kind of a lot of work, to be honest. And he pays me in Ultra Reds, and that's a good way to pay me. All right, so I like that. We got that car. We're gonna open that Ultra Red in the next segment. I'll remember to grab the regular one so we can look at them together. All right. Then I got some Mini GT. All of these Mini GT. I think I got all of these from SC Diecast, but in two separate times. Like, there's 2 that I got a while ago, and I just have neglected to open them up. There's this Lamborghini Aventador, Liberty Walk, in white. So we got that. And then we've got the Watson's Nissan Skyline GTR. God, why do I feel like I have this one already? This Watson's GTR. Do I have this? No, I don't. I've got a bunch of other ones of this casting, but I do not have this one. So, yeah, we're going to open up that. And then these next three were recent ones, the ones I got the last monthly meet from SC Diecast. Again, check them out. Oh, they just launched their website, SC Diecast. I think it's just scdiecast.com. It's very rudimentary right now, but they're starting to build it. And you can go to it. I think you can purchase from it already. So, whatever, check them out. But I got 3 other Mini GT from them. We got the Nissan Skyline GTR Top Secret in Bayside Blue, the classic color for this Skyline. So I had to pick this one up. Had to do it. And then we've got the ABT Audi RS6 Johan Abt Signature Edition. I don't know who that is. Sorry about it. Somebody will tell me in the comments below. I just thought this was a pretty mean looking Audi. It's all kind of like blacked out with like some brown or purple. Purple? Is that purple or brown? Purple? I think it's purple trim, like a dark purple. It looks cool. I thought it looked cool, so I picked that up. And then I got this BMW Alpina B7 X-Drive in Alpine White. I think I've got it in black, and I thought it looked really sharp in white, so scored that as well. So we got a good amount of Mini GT, 5 Mini GT to look at, and you guys know I love Mini GT. So we got Mini GT, we got a lot of Auto World, like my 2 favorite brands, really, if I think about it, those are my 2 favorite brands. That's pretty awesome. All right, so, but we also got some other stuff that I picked out just to open up because it's been sitting over here forever, and we got to do that. So, heart to heart, Ferrari, Dino, we can relive the glory days of Hot Wheels doing Ferraris with this for a minute. So we'll do that. Actually stoked to open up this. It's a cool little Ferrari, so that's pretty awesome. And then we got this 2006 holiday rods. I know it's a little early to be talking about Christmas, but we got this guy here, this GTO. So I'm going to get this, free this from the package as well. We will take a look at that. I picked out like just 4 random main. I didn't even pick them out. I just grabbed them off the pile. I've got a pile of probably close to 100 main lines just sitting over here that I haven't opened that I've picked up over the last couple of years and just have not opened yet. So, I mean, I've got stuff. This is from 2020. We got the McLaren Speedtail. I don't know. These all might be old. We got this Honda CRX. That's an older one. Honda Civic. When I say older, like a year or 2 old. Honda Civic, HKS, and Mercedes-Benz A-Class. So we got those. And then, of course, we can't forget, we got to do a J weird car segment. Still got to come up with some sort of, let's say JG, a.k.a. Cream Fan on Instagram. We got the weird car segment from him because he's been sending me a box weekly with weird stuff. And whatever, as long as he keeps wanting to do it, I'll take him. It's fun to see what's going to come in those boxes. It's like one of those bespoke post kind of things or whatever, where you just get the random stuff in the mail. It's kind of what it's like, and it's like it's really cool. I just never know what's going to be in there. So I think last week we looked at a Kyosho 1/43 scale, which was this weird Toyota S800 in red. Well, now we got it in silver. So that's kind of neat. I mean, so now I got 2 colors of this thing. Very, very cool. So we got that. And then the other car. So he just sent me 2 cars this week. That one and the Pepsi Team Racer. I think is this a Camaro? Yeah, it's a Camaro. It's a little thing. Die-cast metal with plastic parts, Pepsi Team Racer. Because, of course, I had mentioned that I like Pepsi more than Coca-Cola. So we got that. Another thing, like, I always feel just weird, like, opening these ones up because the card, it's funny because I'll open up a Super Treasure Hunt or whatever, an Ultra Red or an Ultra Raw, for that matter, without batting an eye because it's just like, I'm used to it. It's going to join my collection. It's going to be loose. It's going to be part of my loose collection. But then when you get, like, stuff like this on this weird, like, oddball packaging, that's when I get apprehensive. about opening it up, even though this thing, I mean, he probably paid $1 for it. I don't know. It's just, it's diecast history, kind of, right? But whatever. We are gonna open it up because even though I'm like, I'm starting to think like, should I save this weird stuff? We've opened up all the stuff so far, so I think I'm gonna have to open it up. But there we go. All right, so that's what we're gonna look at today. We haven't done this in a bit, so maybe I should do a little thumbnail action. What would look good? What would look good in the thumbnail? Let's do well, an ultra red. No, we'll do this Bayside blue thing. We'll do like kind of this. Yeah. White lightning. That's not really prominent in the picture, is it? Maybe we'll do this. There you go. That'll work. All right. Let's go ahead and flip the camera around and let's open up some diecast. All right. Let's take a look at this white lightning. So FYI, real quick, this is 2022 release 2 for Classic Gold. These have been getting stocked, a lot of them have been getting stocked at the Targets in my area. On a version B card, I don't know if there's a difference between the White Lightnings and the version A and version B. Unlike Auto World, there are times definitely where there will be a White Lightning version for each A and B. So I'm honestly not sure in this. And like I said, I am not a White Lightning aficionado. I'm more of an Ultra Red aficionado. I collect Johnny Lightning, but I do not collect White Lightnings. And there's some like particular ones maybe here and there that I will want or whatever. And this does look pretty neat. I just think what I'm probably going to do with it is we may give it away in a Whatnot stream. I've got to plan that stream. I'm almost ready to pick a date for that. And when I do, I will definitely let you guys know, and I'll be previewing what you're going to see. In fact, I would say I will have my date picked by next episode, next week. And I'm going to show you the majority of what I will be giving away. And I might show you some stuff I'll have up for sale as well, to kind of try to drive some traffic to that Whatnot stream. That is going to be fun. I'm not looking forward to the shipping, but I am looking forward to the stream itself. All right. Anywho and how, this is the White Lightning. It looks like we got white rims, white tires, and it's got the white windows, which is something kind of interesting. So we are not going to open this up. I am going to still kind of debate, but likely this is going to be added to my pile of giveaways for Whatnot. All right. So there's that. A chase that we will open up, however, will be this one right here. We've got this custom lowriders, Mio exclusive, one of 4,800 pieces, Cadillac Eldorado. I don't know how many of the Ultra Reds were made. It's either going to be 1 per 48 or 1 per 24, and that will determine. If it's 1 per 48, that's pretty easy to figure out the math on that one. There's 4,800, therefore there'd be 100 Ultra Reds. If it's 1 per 24, obviously it's going to be double that, so 200. I'm leaning towards it's probably 200 of these out there, but there's no way for me to be sure without actually asking someone from M&J, and sometimes they don't even know it, you know, so whatever, they should. But, or a hobby dealer that deals with M&J should probably know, because if they ordered a lot of these, they would know, you know, how many they got. Oh, I opened this up before. I wanted to show you the regular one. Here's the standard issue model. Pretty sweet looking caddy. It's got the lowrider graphic kind of stuff on it. We got those tiny wheels. Gives it that look. Pretty cool. It's, of course, a slick one. It's an Auto World casting, of course, so we've got an opening hood. You can see some engine detail in there. This is tooling number 52 for those that care. And we can see a production date code on the bottom of 2020. 10/21/2020. What a year to be produced. Let's go ahead and open. So these came out in, I think, 2022, actually. They might have. Or 2021. I'm not sure. It was in the second wave of these lowriders. One came out one year, the others came out the other. I think it was in the second wave. Since these are a hobby exclusive, by the way, too, there was another version of this in blue, but the Ultra Red is going to be different for each one. All the time with the hobby exclusive, there's usually not version A, version B, and then an Ultra Red for the both. It's usually a separate Ultra Red for each release, because this would be a separate, like, commissioned release for Mio, if that makes sense. So that's why there's going to be, this Ultra Red is literally limited to however many were made for this car. That's probably clear as mud, but whatever. All right, we got the box. That's the one. My favorite thing about the Miho exclusive, hobby exclusives, is that they come with the box. I love these little boxes. And then we've got the Ultra Red itself. And here is our chase car. So this, we got an Ultra Red body, red interior, Ultra Red base, and red tires. We always got to open the hood, just kind of peek in there, just in case they hit a little something in there, and they did not in this release. But a pretty nice looking Ultra Red, actually. That's a lowrider. I mean, it works. Black tires, I think it would look a little bit cooler than the red tires, but, you know, it's wild. I've got a lot of Ultra Reds. A lot of Ultra Reds, and I ain't kidding. One of these days, like, I was thinking about doing a video showing all of my Ultra Reds, and then I was like, there's no way I'd be able to do that in one video and talk at length at all about any of them. So, what to do with that? All right, let's look at let's do the F bodies first. Or wait, no. Yeah, Pony Power. Why does it say? Oh, Target exclusive 2-packs. Okay, that's showing the other ones. Whatever. Let's look at this one first. The Pony Power. This is probably the best 2-pack in this latest set for Auto World. I think it's going to be the one that's most desirable. Well, because it's got, you know, the 91 Camaro Z28. That's a popular one. And then the Fox Body Mustang. And that's another popular one as well. If you are not familiar with, you know, these 2-packs or the stuff that's showing up at Target, they are the Deluxe series castings. And Deluxe is slightly different than Premium. I'm opening it up this way, by the way, and leaving this intact. You know why? These Deluxe facts. I actually literally typed that into my spreadsheet. That's how much of a nerd I am, so I will save this packaging just until I do that. But yeah, let's take a look at the castings. So the first one we got is the 86 Ford Mustang SVO in this gray color. We got a kind of a weird axle situation up here in the front. It's riding low. The wheels are kind of dragging. Usually these things roll a bit better than that. But anyway, these have a metal body, a plastic base, and plastic tires. They don't have rubber. But details, though, not short on the details. They got some good details. Boost! We do have a little paint flaw up here where they got a little crazy on the window trim. And we blooped a little bit right there. Will I replace this 2-pack? Maybe. If I find another one and it's that cheap again, I might replace it. Do I really need to replace it for that little flaw? I don't know. What would you guys do? And then we got this Camaro. This one seems to be... Well, we got a little issue with this one as well. The base, look at that. It's coming out of it. So it was riveted a little bit, I don't know, like tight, I guess. The color's really nice. And again, you get the details. They got, they're really well detailed. They just don't have the rubber tires and metal base, and that's okay. I don't really care about that. The other thing is these castings. Oh, I thought I snapped it back in. Something is preventing this from like shutting right on the bottom. And it might be the interior piece actually has some flashing in it or something that is preventing the base from sitting down. If I do find another one of these, I very well might replace this 2-pack. We'll see. Otherwise, if you're watching Buddies at round 2, you can send me one if you got them. I know you guys don't really get the Target exclusive stuff. I think they're just sent directly, but you get a couple of samples, and I think they're sent directly to distribution for Target. But yeah, you could always send me. You guys could send me one. I wouldn't be mad. But yeah. So these guys, and then you got to find Ultra Reds for these. That's always going to be fun. There's still some 2-pack ones from the previous waves that I'm missing, and then the 4-packs that show up at Target. Forget about it because they don't show up to my Target. All right, Modern Muscle. So only some Targets get those for some reason. 2014 Camaro ZL1 convertible and a 1995 Pontiac Firebird Comp TA. All right, let's go ahead and open up this one. So I will say too, out of all these deluxe castings, this one is probably my least favorite. That Camaro, it's just a little goofy with the plastic top. Now they make it in a convertible version, that's why. This casting's also been used as a Johnny Lightning before. So the Camaro has, the Fox Body Mustang has, this has as well. And of course those come with metal bases and rubber tires. But we still get a fair amount of detail with this Camaro. It's just, if we're talking generations of Camaro, I think this is my least favorite. Or the one I don't like the most. Like the new Ooh, whoa. So we got, this thing's coming off. It's not supposed to be removable, but that was very easily removed. You can get a look at how this is constructed here. It's just a little plastic piece for the window and the top there. And then the window of this actually has some flashing on it as well. And you can see that there's like a little bit of a gap there. So these are produced with a little bit less care, I think, than your premium Auto World. I don't even, they're probably made at the same factory, my guess. But, yeah, I don't know if I should cut that off or not. What I'm doing is just removing that little piece of extra plastic that's there. Or trying to, anyway. Maybe we'll play with this, maybe we won't. It actually looks like the window is slightly deformed, the window frame. Well, I don't know. We'll see. What's this one look like? LT1TA. This one looks good. No issues here. But yeah, this is a good casting. I like this Firebird casting. It's pretty awesome. So digging that for sure. And it's cool that these kind of are getting breathed new life. I thought these were all going to go away and never come back. And I actually like the deluxe line from Auto World quite a bit. I think it's pretty cool. And I collect them all. So very neat. Quality issues aside. So that would be one thing I wish we could fix. But it's all right. All right, next we got the 2016 Dodge Viper GTC and the 2013 Corvette Z06. Now these castings also both are being used as Johnny Lightnings with metal bodies and metal base. And we've kind of already seen this Viper. This Viper, I think, was in a 4-pack, or something very close to it. It was orange with the black stripe across the top. It's slightly different, but pretty darn close. And then we got this Corvette in white, which looks pretty good. I actually like the VAT quite a bit. So again, you got your plastic base, you got your basic rims. So they're going to be like kind of generic rims. That's why they all have the same rims, basically. Yeah, this one looks pretty good. No issues, really. And the Viper, this is probably my favorite of the deluxe castings, is this Viper. It's just a really good looking Viper. And they do these are, by the way, so like this one and this one actually are probably my two favorite toolings in that line. The Firebird's really good. Actually, the Fox Body Mustang's really good too. But they make a really good Viper. And these are actually true 1/64 scale, or supposedly true 1/64 scale. So I'm guessing they are. They're labeled as such. So aside from like the wheels and tires. But the Viper looks really good. I'm a big fan of this casting. Corvette's not bad either. Just not a huge Corvette guy, I guess. All right. So there's our auto world for today. What shall we look at next? Let's pepper in a couple of basic Hot Wheels real quick just to get these out of the way. McLaren Speedtail, very basic, new for 2020. And we're opening it in 2023. But there you go. You guys have all seen this. It's a cool mainline. Very basic in the graphics department, and that's how we like our mainlines. At least that's how I like my mainlines. But there's that one. So we'll just open up all these real quick. There's just 4 of them. We've got the Mercedes-Benz A-Class in gray. And again, you know, it's really basic. We got taillight detail. We got headlight and front end detail. That's all you need. Hot Wheels Matchbox 20. Is that what that means? That's cool. And then 2018 Honda Civic Type R in HKS design, which is always a very cool livery. Look at the detail up front on this one. This one looks like it got like extra tampo passes, really. So extra graphics, what we got there? Piece of the packaging. There. This one looks like it almost got a little bit of extra care. Extra graphics and stuff on that one. And then we've got the 85 Honda CRX. Cool casting as well. So that's going to be our little 4 main lines for the day. Turbo. So very cool. Actually, this one's probably my fave. Very cool. Not a Honda dude, but I like that. I like that guy. Well, we opened up 2 Hondas, but yeah. All right. And every time you open up main lines, when you open them up on a white thing, you get this stuff. Whatever this is. We'll call it Malaysian dust. Yeah. It's not like they make Hot Wheels or need to make Hot Wheels in a hermetically sealed environment, so I guess it's expected. All right. Merry Christmas. Let's open up this holiday rod. 2006 holiday rod. So what are these? Well, they're to celebrate the holiday season. Holiday themed Hot Wheels. The last year ones apparently were highly sought after, which means 2005. So they decided to do it again, I guess. It's the perfect stocking stuffer. Excuse me. So 2006 holiday rods. We got Santa and a dairy delivery on the card art. These are in a plastic blister. And so we have to use the old skizzers to get this thing open. And you can guess the reason why I bought this. And yeah, well, that's the reason right there. I kind of collect GTOs. Not even kinda, I would say. I do. So anytime they're cheap. Iced coffee. And yeah, anytime they're cheap and I'm able to pick them up and I don't have them, we go ahead and do as such. Is the hood open on this thing? I thought the hood opened on this one. Oh my god. Almost broke a nail on it. But I don't want to force it any further than that. So that's what you get. It's just a metal motor in there. Okay. We got taillight, painted detail, basic. We'll paint the grill there. Some fat rubber tires, metal body, metal base. Kind of a sick looking little GTO. Kind of an oddball color. But actually, this color is very close to a factory color for, I don't know if it's necessarily for this year GTO, but Auto World did not a GTO, but a Pontiac Grand Prix or whatever. Why am I spacing on it? I don't remember when it came out, but whatever. Long story longer, they did it in a color super similar to this. So it is, I think, a GM factory color, or very close to one anyway. Interesting, kind of a weird color, but I think it's kind of cool. All right, there's that. And then we got this guy, Heart to Heart. Never seen the show. This is in Retro Entertainment, when it used to be called Retro Entertainment. Copyright 2013, Mattel. So probably 2014 on this is when it likely came out. The big deal with this one, obviously, though, is it's a Ferrari and it's a Hot Wheels. And it's been a while. It's been a while, you know, since we've seen Hot Wheels Ferraris. Will they ever deal with getting the license for Ferrari back? I don't know. But it seems like Ferrari, okay, I'm seeing more and more Ferraris from different brands. So it's kind of odd that Hot Wheels isn't doing it. And I don't know what the deal is with all that licensing stuff. With, you know, Matchbox Group bought the exclusive rights to making Ferraris in like 1/64 scale or something like that. And they like sublet it out to like Atomic Limited Vintage, and so we started seeing those, and now we're seeing like Tarmac Works come out with some Ferrari, like racing Ferraris. So they've kind of split up the licensing a little bit. Will Hot Wheels ever get it back? I don't know. I don't know. Why are you hating on Hot Wheels, Ferrari? And furthermore, like, why do you? I don't know. The licensing thing is just weird. You think it would be part of like your mystique as being a unobtainable for the general population car brand, to be able to have kids play with your with little car versions of your car and dream to own one of you one day. And I think the key to that is basic Hot Wheels, right? Not premium diecast. That's just my opinion, and it's, you know, it's probably correct. Anywho, metal on metal, rubber tires. She rolls. Got some good amount of detail in there, and this is just a cool little Ferrari premium Hot Wheels. I got it cheap too, and I think this one, any Ferrari like premium Hot Wheels one, I think is kind of hard to get these days, just because people are like, well, they're not making Ferraris anymore. That makes them more, well, it doesn't really make them more limited necessarily. They're just not coming out with them, so that is the deal. All right. Let's do this weird thing real quick. We're gonna do Mini GT last, if you're staying tuned for that. We don't have much to go. We got this couple of weird things, the Jada, and then we got Mini GT, and then we out. All right. Pepsi Team Racer Pepsi Cola. This is a weird little, smaller than 1/64 scale Camaro, although it's licensed with Pepsi. I don't know if it's actually licensed. PepsiCo, marketed, blah, 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 blah. Legal gobbledygook there, contains small parts. Different language, made in China. We could have figured out that. Was there a date on here? Produced by Golden Wheel Die Casting. Don't know who they are. I don't see a date on this. Judging by the Pepsi logo and stuff, I'm going to guess 90s. Maybe early 2000s. But this thing has suspension. Look at that. It's pretty basic. Does it even say what kind of car? No, it doesn't. It's clearly a Camaro, though. I mean, look at the resemblance, right? Right? I mean, that's clearly what it's supposed to be. It's a very unlicensed, I guess, probably version of that. Yeah, take this off. I'm going to put this in my weird card pile. Saving it. Just to peek at someday. This thing. I mean, it's as cheap as they come. It's kind of neat, though. It's got like the Yapming style wheels, if you're familiar with that oddball brand. But it's got suspension. And the thing I mean, this little car rolls. I don't know what the history is. This where were they given away with Pepsi packs or something? I have no idea. Pepsi Cola, but an oddball nonetheless. And always fun to look at this stuff. And then we've got the Kyosho 1/43 scale. I don't think I'm gonna even take this off of the base right now. I think I'm just gonna leave it on because that's where it's gonna go anyway. Like if I pull it off the base, I'd literally just be flipping it over and showing you the base. And then I'd be putting it back in this because I keep all my 1/43 scale in their boxes. Because I don't have like a display case for 1/43. So we have to kind of keep them in their package to protect them. If I can get it out of here. So it's got that weird foam stuff, which I don't know if that's factory or not. This is all that you got in the back. This little banner thing with Kyosho. And then the car itself. So here it is, the Toyota S800. And as expected, it's got quite a bit of detail in it. It is a Kyosho. So Kyosho 1/64 scale mini cars is something I definitely collect, and I have a ton of them. It'd almost be cool to revisit that collection again sometime down the road and kind of just go through them again because it's just fun to do because they're just amazing little cars. And this 1/43 scale is actually pretty cool too. So the silver, definitely I like it better than the red one. The silver always brings, it's a great color for cars in smaller scale. It always really kind of brings out the detail. This thing is a right-hand drive. Can we look? Can you get in there? Lots of details actually inside this thing. That's really neat. It's got separate little pieces for the window wipers and, of course, the mirrors and all that stuff. It's got like little silver trim or chrome trim around the window. So lots of detail in this little car. Very, very neat. Maybe one day I'll get a 1/43 scale, some sort of display case to put somewhere. I don't really have room for it in this room, but I wouldn't be opposed to it. Well, the wife might be opposed to it, but yeah, we'll see. But yeah, 1/43 scale, they're neat. Lots of detail. Actually, I'm just going to leave this out for now. You guys don't need to see me repackage it, but there that is. All right. Moving on from there, let's take a look at this Jada pink slips. You guys have probably seen these at your local Target or Walmart if you're here in the U.S. And this line is pretty cool. Definitely cool. I can't wait to see like the next wave of them because I want the what's the one I really wanted? Well, the Porsche Taycan I really wanted. The Jaguar actually I'm really interested in getting. And they all look pretty good. That Bugatti too. So we'll see if we run across. And the Nissan GTR is undoubtedly going to be popular. I'll probably pick up a lot of them. I'm tempted to get this whole set. I mean, I don't know. Majorette castings are sort of hit or miss, but like recent ones have been really good. This thing is pretty awesome. Yeah, kind of an inserted detail up there for the headlights. It's not the greatest job or representation of this particular vehicle's headlights, but they're limited to what they can do because what they do is that it's part of the window piece that makes up those. So this window is actually all one piece. The back, you can see it underneath here, front, and then it goes forward into headlights. So they don't have to make separate pieces. This one has opening doors. Looks okay. They've also been putting out, the Jada has also been putting out this line, this pink slips line in a larger scale with actual Jada larger scale castings. So that's kind of interesting too. So there is a pink Challenger in that set, but then we're talking like, I think they're 1/24 scale. So not going to be picking up any of those, but pretty nifty. Does the hood open on this one? No. I thought for some reason it might, but it does not. Yeah, rubber tires, suspension, and overall pretty neat. It's actually 1/66 scale. Copyright date 2021. Very cool. All right, so I saw this one a couple times and then finally just decided to go ahead and scoop it. All right, and lastly, what we got is Mini GT. So kind of started with Autoworld, we're ending with Mini GT, and these are literally, these are my two favorite brands, undeniable. Always kind of wishy-washy about it, but yeah, these are my two favorite brands. There's other brands I really love, but if I only had to pick two, it'd probably be Autoworld and Mini GT. And you'd get a lot with those two brands. Again, we got the Malaysian Dust. All right, so here we go. So limited to 4,800 pieces through M&J Toys, but this is not a U.S. exclusive, meaning rest of world will not be distributed by M&J Toys. Will come in just a box like this with the car inside of it, and I have no idea how much those are limited to. I do like the Mio packaging. It's not bad. It's a lot of plastic, though. So there's the car, and then we got the box. Again, love the boxes. These boxes are the best in the biz, really, because they got a plastic insert that fits the car perfectly. If you're not familiar with them, they got a plastic insert that nestles the car perfectly, and then you can use it to store the vehicle, which is good because I actually have part of my Mini GT collection in boxes in storage because I have a full carny case full of Mini GT plus a spillover case full, which means I just have too much of it. I can't display it all. So we have to rotate in and out cars. Liberty Walk, Lambo, pretty sick looking Lamborghini. And again, anytime, Mini GT has so many Lamborghinis and I have a hard time not picking up the ones I don't have. There are definitely a few though I have not picked up, and there's no way going to be a complete collection of those, but this is pretty awesome. So digging that one. We're just going to set that one back there and move on to the next. The next one we got is a Skyline GTR GR Group A number 2 1991 Macau GT. This one in Miho form is limited to 1,800 pieces. Again, this is not a USA exclusive. Typically, if it is a USA exclusive, it will say it on the packaging. So again, this was likely available rest of world, distributed all over the place in non-MJ Toys packaging in the standard international small box packaging. Alright, let's pull that out and take a peek. So we can throw away that blister. We don't need that one. We just need the one that's inside of here. If you guys want to see that quick. I know I got to show it every time because people could be new to this brand, but there you go. There's what the blister looks like. So you can put the car right in there and put it right back in the box, and it stores very nicely, protects the car, and all that good stuff. So that's a very, very awesome option. Oh, we got a quality issue with this car. I can see it right away. We are missing a mirror. And I think it's just straight up missing. Yeah, unless you guys saw it pop out. Oh, I found it. It's actually still in the packaging. So I rarely have quality issues with Mini GT. Even though they do have some fragile parts, but we have a mirror here that, well, it's on the ground right there. Or not on the ground, on the desk, whatever. Well, the nice thing about this is a rectifiable problem. Not that I should have to, but I will glue it back in. And it's going to be really easy to do. It's just a little peg thing, and then I can just put a little drop of super glue in there and stick it in there, and it will be repaired. But for now, we got to put this somewhere where I'm not going to lose it. I'm going to set it right there. All right. Anyway, that aside, this thing looks pretty cool. At least we found the mirror, so this is a salvageable model. Not that I'm a perfectionist by any means, but I hate having like models that actually have like major or like a eyesore quality issue. It's not so much an issue when they're just on display and stuff, but whenever you pick them up, or if I wanted to take detailed photographs of this vehicle, that's where it's really going to pop out, and that it will just bother me to the point where I'll just never take pictures of the car because of that issue. But who doesn't like a Nissan GTR in some sort of racing livery? And this is really cool. So digging that in spite of the missing mirror. All right. Not missing, but detached mirror. All right. Sticking with Skylines, we got the R34 Nissan Skyline GTR Top Secret in Bayside Blue. Just a beautiful color. Bayside Blue. This one is Fusion. It's got a carbon fiber hood, it looks like. So again, Mio, and they definitely knew this one was going to be popular because they, M&J had 7,200 of these made in this packaging. By the way, the other thing with Mio exclusives is they will have chase models. The international release stuff, I don't believe any of those have chase models. The Mio, though, will have chase models, and they're typically raw with some sort of accented thing or some sort of difference besides that. At least a lot of times that's what they are. But again, we got the box, slick, love it. And then we've got the vehicle itself. And lots of nice details on there. It's the top secret version of the car. Nice graphical carbon fiber representation. Of course, we get inserted details for headlights and taillights. And it rolls, all right, sort of. Kind of a stuck axle up front here. And it looks pretty good. Not too bad. That kind of cool there. So let's go ahead and set that right there. And then we've got this big boy right here. BMW Alpina V7 X-Drive in Alpine White. See, they only made 1,800 of these. So they didn't think this one was going to be as popular as that Top Secret Skyline. And they're probably right. Although I do find this one to be actually cooler. Mostly because, you know, R34s, we've seen so many of those come out from different diecast brands, you know, Hot Wheels, everything, you know. So it's not as exciting, I don't think, to see this big, long four-door BMW. Because I don't know of any other brand that does this car. I'm trying to be careful here so I don't knock a mirror off. Again, we got the box. And then the car. And like I said, I have this one in black. And it's very cool looking. And then we've got this one in white, which is also really cool looking too. This one brings out the detail a little bit more, being a lighter color. And so inserted details for tails and heads. Alpina, look at that down there. The grill, pretty neat. Very, very cool Mini GT. Big car. So these are basically 1/64 scale. I believe Mini GT is right on, bang on 1/64. And very neat. Is that exhaust actually through? Or does it just look like it? Oh, it just looks like it. So they made it on the bottom like that. And then that's actually painted on the backside. So the cool thing about Mini GT is they're just really cool detailed models, and they look very premium, and they're not quite as expensive as real premium diecast. I think they just really kind of hit that sweet spot, and they make a ton of really awesome cars. So and just interesting stuff. They do enough stuff that other brands do to give you a really good version of some stuff that other brands do, and then they do some stuff that no other brand does. And I think it's a really good mix of items. All right, lastly, last car of today, we've got this ABT Audi RS6 Johan Apt Signature, or I guess it's an Apt Audi, maybe? Signature Edition. I don't know who that is. I just don't. I'm sorry. They made 2,400 of these in Neo packaging, according to the number on the package. All right. Slide this out. The box. And the vehicle. Doesn't look like we have any quality issues with this one. It rolls really nice. It's just a pretty sick looking Audi. So yeah, that is purple. In different lighting, it looks brown, but it is like a purple. It's sweet. I dig it. What do you guys think? Actually, might be my favorite one of today. My favorite Mini GT. I wasn't even going to get this one either. Until I saw it in person. I'm like, that looks pretty awesome. I'm going to get it. So yeah, very cool. All right, so that's going to be it for this episode today. What is the car of the day? The car of the day is actually might be this Audi. Might have saved the best for last on that one. Of course, it's always great to get in an Ultra Red. Another one added to the collection. Another one checked off the list. It was very cool to be able to scoop up these two in spite of some of the quality issues that we've seen on them. And of course, finding the White Lightning, regardless of whether you collect chases or not, it's always cool to find them on the pegs. It always gives you a little boost, you know what I mean? So a little dopamine rush. All right, so thank you guys again for watching another lengthy Diecast Weekly episode. Always appreciate you tuning in. And yeah, thanks a lot. Again, be on the lookout. We'll talk about the whatnot stuff next week. And then hopefully I'll have a date nailed down so you can pop it in your calendar and we can get that done. Sooner I do a giveaway is the chances of sooner being able to start organizing another one. So we want to keep that going. And yeah, it's really fun. All right. Thank you guys. Have a great day.